Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Black Flight by Historic Wings, designed by Thomas Van Hare. Getting ready to do our afternoon flight on the 18th of May, 1917. Got the flight roster all set up. It's consistent of a flight. Everybody there is all set up. We don't know what our vices are or anything yet, as they have not yet tasted combat. Trying to think if there's anything else I have missing. It is raining. It's going to be a hard takeoff. Make sure I have all my planes set down here. I do. All right, this is the part I don't like. Oh, we've got to draw for a special dawn patrol, but we're on afternoon, so nothing going there. I think they should have been reshuffled. Take off. I don't like it in the rain, but we've got to do it somewhere along the line. Clean that up. 2 dice. Oh, 4. Goes down to all 1. Crash on takeoff. 1 random plane. We got 5 of them, so I'll just 2. It's going to be Shirley. D20. 12. Get out my handy dandy charts here. Damage versus scouts. 12. Wing spar damage. Unless I'm missing one. Let me double check that. I get a little... Just make sure I'm doing it right on that. Make sure there isn't a separate crash landing. It probably says in the rules, and I just don't remember squat. I got that CRS syndrome going on big time lately. Anyway, so 12 is going to be wing spar damage, and that is ours. So let's get wing spar damage. We're going to put him down here. We're going to take R out from our... Make him unavailable. I think I have room in there. Yes, I do. And the rest of the guys are out on flight. And we can return that. And we can take out Shirley, because he is no longer part of the patrol, which sucks, because that makes me light. I don't like going out with just 4 planes, but I got no choice this time. We're done with this. Squadron commander already flew, or I'd have him scramble out in his plane and join the flight. But I'm not going to risk him getting tired this early on. All right, we are going to Warrenton and Parenchese, 2 flights each direction. We have, let's see how long our turn duration is. 9. That's a nice one. And we can loiter, so I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2, roll 3 dice for, oops, clean up. 3 dice for German contact. That's 6, 7. Because of the rain under an airdrome, and that is... No, it's friendly contact. That's way too low. It goes 6 down to 5. Way too low. Getting a little confused there. Not the first time. And then we are going to come out to Beauchep, and we are going to sit here and idle as we... Not idle. Loiter as we go up to... 9... You ought to be around 9,000 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, never zeroed that out after the last one. I get a little lazy sometimes on this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 87, 50. That's my cheat. And I'm actually good at math, too. It's just something I found very distracting as I as I play, just trying to keep track of that and forgetting what I was doing sometimes. So I just created that. That's up on BGG if anybody wants it. I mess with Excel a lot. All my sports games and everything, I end up, that have core cards. I end up making helpers to transfer the data into Excel, and I'm not a computer guy. I just like Excel, and then I can play my card games on my computer and do them whenever and wherever I'd like to. So, all right, that takes care of turn number one. No, it does not. We forgot to roll our end of turn. We are in Allied territory, and we are adding one for the German encounters. That's a 9-10, too high, and subtracting one, that's a 9-8, too low. So now we are done. And we'll go to turn 3 and draw a turn duration 8. I'm going to loiter. I like getting up there. 14,750. If I have the option, I will go. Now, this next turn, I will start flying towards them. But I like, especially on these flights, and I'm low, guys, I like to at least be at high, medium, or low, high altitude before I start doing anything. All right. German, +1. That's 11, 14, way too high. -1 for the Allied, 10, 16, 15. None. So now we will go to turn number 4, and we're going to start moving towards our objective. Reshuffle. 1. Nice. And I'm going to continue to climb. We're going to go to Westatur. I'll butcher them. I'm sorry. I am not good with languages. I barely even can master. Not even master. I can barely even do English, but I survive it. 15.5 is our altitude. With attitude. Too high for the German encounter. 11, 13, 11, 13, 12. Too low for the German encounter, the Allied encounter. So we are getting ready to do our next turn. Next turn, duration 3. And we're going to climb the whole way. 1, 2, 3 is going to get us to 17,250. And that's where I can kind of level out. 17,250. I don't mind that too much. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter. Machines? I'm not sure. Anyway, we're over no man's land. So we're going to roll for the Germans, and we're adding 1. That's 7, 8. That's just above an encounter. I really want an encounter, too, or a combat. 9, 10, 11, 12, 11. Nope. So we've successfully survived that turn. Next turn. 7. Oops. Lost myself. 1. Again, we cannot turn that over because we just hit it. That's not a cycle. 2, 3, 4. We can hit that one. 5, 6, 7. Now we can hit that one. And again, we're over trenches. Adding 1. That's 9, 10, too high. Subtracting 1, too low. On that turn, and we're actually halfway through our offensive patrol already, or our line patrol already. Next card, 8. Wow, we're just lighting it up right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think we're limited. Patrol summaries, yes. Line patrol. Any altitude, fly assigned route as many times as required back and forth. Not east of German trench areas. So yes, thank you, Chris, for putting that together, because that does make a big difference. I am in a German trench area right now, so I can't go any farther east. That's 6, 7, 8. We're going to start looking for trouble, though. We are in German trenches. The first encounter roll for Germans, we're adding 1. 9, 10, too high. Allies, 16, 15. That's actually going to be scouts. I'm just going to be a little cavalier about it and roll with D6. If I get a 6, I'll set it up because they'll join us. Nope, so I'm not going to bother setting that up. All right, next turn. When I'm looking for trouble, I try to go over areas where we're going to get some action. So 6, discard. 1, roll an encounter for each as we're passing through it. Germans, way too high. Allied, way too low. 2, 3, let's go through there again. Germans, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're in German trenches, too high. Allies, 12, too low. 1, 2, 3, 6, right? 4, 5, 6. We're going to start right there, and we're going to roll 2 each over city. Germans first, adding 1. That's 8, 9, no. And way too high there. And then Allies too low and too low. All right. One more turn. Actually, I'll do a lot more. I don't care. We're not even in the second track yet. Doing good on fuel. Reshuffle. 2. 1, 2. That's going to be two rolls each for German trenches. Germans first, adding 1. 6, 7. We may have our wish. Yes, scouts. So we're going to move this 1 turn for the encounter. And I got to roll some more yet. Let's start and get counters down here so we don't forget. That's 1. Second roll, too high. Allied, too low. Allied, that's 13, 12, too low, I want to say. Yes. All right, so we're going to set up that German anyway. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. We'll use the other dice. D7. And that's 3. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be here. His altitude is going to be 3 for scouts. Medium. Got to roll what they are because I'm using the alternative initiative just to see how that plays for a while. 13 for a German. That's going to be pretty high. Scouts, 13, 5, 9 planes. Yes. I think they're going to be seeing, we're going to be seeing them. That'll be our choice if we want to. That'd be kind of crazy to go after them. There is no sun rolls. No Archie. Formation size, we have 4 planes. That's average for nothing. They have 9. So we're going to subtract 4 from the D10. the D10 over here, re-roll that. That's going to be a 0. Oh, no. Adding 4 to the D10. I was going to say 6. Allies advance, neutral set up. No Allied formation may withdraw, but the German can pursue, depending on location. That's 9 planes to my 4. I'm going to try to evade. That's another turn. Going to roll for weather real quick. So let's get the 3 dice out here. The one on the left is the single die. 6. So we're do not shifting on that one. And in 6, we're do not shift. God, I was hoping to get it out of the rain. All right. And we got to roll for initiative again. And again, that's just going to be adding 4. That's 12. Now we have the initiative. Now I've got to think. Do I feel like I can get in and out of there and get a couple of lucky shots? Or do I just want to... I think I'm just going to avoid them. And we'll just sky around and try to find another playmate, maybe. All right, next turn then. Second track. When I start getting later in this second track, then I'll think about going home. Draw for duration 4. Let's go over there again. 1, we're going to roll once for German and Allied over a city. That's way too high, way too low. 2, 3, 4. We're going to go back over there. We're going to roll twice for German and twice for Allied. German 1, too high. German 2, too high. Allied 1, too low. Allied 2, too... Oh, good Lord help us. Those rolls for the exact opposite of what we needed. Yeah, that's me. All right, next turn. Maybe we'll head south a little while. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll once on each chart. Too high, too low. And then we'll go to the 7 right there over trenches. Roll once again. I mean, not trenches, no man. German, way too high. Allied, 7, 13, 12, too low. All right, another turn. Trying to figure out where I want to go here. 3. Check back over to city. German. 4, 5. Over city is scouts. And that means we're going to stop right there. And we've had an encounter, so that moves again. And then hopefully we don't run into that big flight again. And the Allies, too low. All right. Let's set it up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again. 3 again. It'll be Central Avenue. They're going to come in at 2. Scouts is medium again. We're going to roll a D36, 31 to see how big the encounter group is. 31 is going to be 3 planes against our 4 planes. This one's got my interest peaked. All right. No Sun, no Archie. They're 3, we're 4, so it's just a straight up roll. D20. I mean, D20. D10. 7 is Allies advance, neutral setup. Note German Allied formation may withdraw, but German can pursue. I'm not going to. We're going to do a neutral setup, which means that nobody gets the initiative. So let's go and let me get out Chris's SOP because I followed that one better. I keep losing my arrow on that, and I don't know why. Vassal does weird things sometimes. That's all right. That's why I put it in the counters. Go ahead, lose it. I can keep place WX bands. So let's do that first. Tactical menu right now. WX pieces, clouds, and we are in rain. Altitude level 1 and 2 for rain. We can duck into that if we need to. We really don't know what we've run into. We've just got 4 of them there. And a partly cloudy at level D6 plus 5. That'll be 11. And I need to pause this and I'll be right back. Hey, I hit record and not stop. That'll be a first. So it usually happens. I walk away, get interrupted, and end up losing my game. The next thing we're going to do is get all our planes over. Send them all to the tactical map. And we are at 17, which is level 9. And let's find out what we're up against. That was 31, which was 3 Albatross D3s. Pretty sure it was 31. Yeah. Oh, sorry, my legs give me phantom pains. All right, these go to the tactical map. Get them out of there. They come in at medium. D4 plus 3. 5. One, two, three, 4. So even if they didn't want to climb, we can dive and attack them. So, all right. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We've got to go in and figure out the trait cards as part of the setup. So, we'll start with Irwin. True Canuck. And this will be embarrassing me try to type, so just kind of bear with me. Let me get the other squadron roster down. And paste. And that will give him maximize his performance. In every dogfight round, the value needed to score a successful attack improves by 1. So he'll be 4 3s, which is a really good card. Next is Law. The Marksman. Marksman gets him after takeoff, activates him 4+ on a die roll of D6. Aiming skills from his childhood experiences. This is why I use the patrol roster. So we really need to roll a D6 right now. And 5. So that's going to be taking effect. he will get a +3 on all his die rolls on the damage table. So that's taking effect. I really ought to make something to. Maybe I'll go through on that. It's too late. I'll have to change vassal and then change my save, and that's going to be a hassle. We'll just have to write it down. He's got the +3. That's the marksman for law. Yeah, I'm a sausage fingers kind of typer, so don't mind me. The Vice card. These are the scary ones. Ladies' Man. Roll a d6 when drawing a turn duration card for special orders, which we've already done for this one. Then he's got the Pilot's missing, cannot fly. He's still otherwise occupied, so that's not a horrible one. I can stand him missing once in a while. How often is it? One out of 6 he's going to miss the flight, so that's not horrible. That's one I can actually deal with and maybe get rid of later, but I'm not in a huge hurry because I'm sure there's going to be other ones that I don't like. Reynolds just has a Vice card. Oh, Death Wish. I've had that one before. He flies with abandon, seeking to win or die trying no matter what the odds. He will never attempt to break off even after his formation breaks off. Instead, he will remain in the dogfight even if he is alone in the sky against insurmountable odds. Don't like Death Wish. That's one I'll send him off to leave to get rid of if he lasts that long. That's the problem. This card is a Death Wish. And then for Olsen, Donnybrook Donnie. Argumentative and self-centered. Roll d6 at the start of every patrol. This is the one I won't like. He's got to go because he refuses to fly the patrol and storms off angry a third of the time. Then he flies the patrol with -2 attack dice penalty another third of the time, and he's only got 1 attack dice. So that makes him ineffective for 2/3 of the time. And then the only way he will fly is if he's made the flight leader, and I'm not kicking my flight leader out because some wannabe. So Donnybrook Donnie, if he gets back to the base, he will be the one to go on leave. There's a couple of them I really hate. This one at least I can get rid of. The other one I hate is I forget the name of it. The guy claims everybody's kills. I want to shoot him down myself. All right, so that gets our cards taken care of. This guy gets a +3 on hits. This guy becomes a 4/3. Pull them over here. Back to my SOP. We can close that now. We need the charts. Neither one of us has initiative, so we can't go out. We're going to dive. Oops. Undo that. And they're going to climb. They can climb 2. We can dive 4. So I'm going to put this at our level. So movement, climb and dives. 1, 2, They're moving at the same time, so we're going to have them meet there. That's where I'll keep the die. That die reminds me where I'm at, so I can do this, which makes the dog fight easier. They lose a die from the lowest guy. We gain a die on the highest guy. All right, so their die are going to be 7, 8. So we're just going to go ahead and roll the dice tree out here. 8 of them. They're 5s and 1s. So they got 4 defense and 2 attack, and I just put them on one plane. 1, 2 attack, 1, 2, 3, 4 defense. That's going to suck. And ours, and I do mine separate because we got to try to track damage, kills, etc. Except I'll add them all together before we do any of that. He is a 4-3. That's going to give him 4 possible hits. Oh, he gets 1 more die. I forgot that already. I'm going to just re-roll one of these. A 3. That's going to be a defense die. Alright, clean that up. Next we go to Law. He gets 2. He gets 2 defense. Good. We've already offset their attacks. Then we go to Reynolds. I wish you would have gotten a hit there. That +3 makes a big difference. Reynolds gets just 1. 5, that's going to be a potable hit, so at least we get 1 hit. And then O. And O just gets 1 as well. 4, that's nothing. So their 4 dice counteract 4 of our hits, and our 3 defenses counteract all their hits. So we've got to roll a D. It's between W and R, so I'm just going to roll a D6. 1 to 3 is W, and actually we'll go 1 to 4 is W, and then 5 and 6 is R, because W got more hits. It's W. He's going to have the hit. So W gets the hit, and that's going to be on, we're just going to roll 1 yellow die, 1 D20, and 1 German die. The German die, 1, 2 is the top guy, 3, 4 is the middle guy, 5, 6 bottom guy, and the yellow dies in case we need a die roll on the damage tables. And let's re-roll that. 10. Heavy fuselage, structural damage, -2 attack dice. Pilot panics, attempts to break off. That's on middle guy. Heavy fuselage. All right, so that is it for. I'm going to clear the attack dice before I forget. Oh, and I forgot to check gun jams. I do that all the time. 2d6, 2 or 3. Clear this. Too high for us. Too high for them. Okay, so it didn't make a difference. Breaking off. This guy's going to attempt to break off. They will not, because we're about even. And 7, 8 dice. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice. 8 on 8. We've got better planes. I'm going to try and hang in there just a little bit. I'd like to take out Schaefer, but that's 7 dice tough. You know what? No, let's try and break off. Let's try and break off. The one guy, German's going to try to break. If we break off, it's an automatic for him. Because the rest of them aren't. We're not going to have an automatic ourselves. So we'll just see if we can break off from the other guys. regardless, because we're trying to break off. He's gone. He's going to return to deck because we're trying to break off. Got to remember where I put that. That's in tactical now. I moved that around. All right, we are scout formation attempting to break off, so we add 1. We're rolling a d6, 3, 4. All break off except one airplane. And that's going to be our Death Wish guy, R. So these guys can go to return to flight, turn to flight, turn to flight. Reynolds. All right, dogfight scatters, no. Altitude level loss goes down to here. Out of control recovery, no out of control. No other formations join in, and dogfight ends. Nope, we go to back to 6. Next round. Movement, climbs, dives, everybody levels off. And I'll bring these guys back together. And this is going to be a massacre, and I don't like it, but it is what it is. Check gun jams. My guy first. 2d6, too high. Germans, too high. Conduct dogfight attacks. Here, they got 8 dice still. Oops, wrong one. 8 dice still. That's 5s and 1s. So they got 1, 2 attack and 1 defense. That's not really that good. See, I should have stayed in the fight. And then Roll Reynolds only gets one dice. So this isn't going to be pretty. 2. He gets a defense. And that's going to offset one of the hits. So they're only going to get 1 hit. We're going to roll a yellow and a d20. And that is a 1. Oh, nice. And then we broke off. When we break off, we've got to go back 3 areas towards airfield each dogfight round. 1, 2, 3. And then this is breaking off. He's not going to break off, and they're not going to break off. No dogfight scatters. We're only on round 2. Altitude level loss, and I forgot, we got to roll a 3d6. Nope, for collisions. Altitude level loss brings us down to 5. Other formations join in. No dogfight scatters. No. Gun jams. We're down low enough now where there's no modifiers. Nothing for us. Nothing for them. Attacks. They get 8 dice again. They're 5s and 1s. That's going to be 3 hits and 1 defense. And I forgot to clear the attack dice. 1, 2, 3, 1. And Reynolds with his big 1 die and his heroic attitude gets him 1 defense die. His only hope is to come down here into the rain and be forced down to it. So he's going to still get 2 hits against him. We know who he is, so we're going to go roll a d20 and a d6 and twice. First roll, 3 and a 4. Damage against scouts. 3 is a fuel leak. And the second roll is an 8 and a 4. Wing strut damage, -1 attack dice. And so he's worthless now. And I don't even think he can pull out with damage, so I think he should be able to break off even if he knows he can't fire his guns and stuff anymore, but we're going to leave him out there. Breaking off, no, and we got to check for collisions, no, close. That 5 held it off. Dogfight scouters, no. Altitude level loss. Out of control recovery. Actually, this should be round 3. First one we fired. This is second. Oh, we're going into 3. No out of control. No other formations. No dogfight ends. This next round is 3. Nobody climbs, dives. Check for gun jams for us. Well, it doesn't matter. We're worthless anyway, and too high for them. Conduct attacks. We've got no dice. They've got 8. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 attacks again, and there's absolutely nothing we can do about that. All right, 1, 2, 3 attacks. We're going to roll a d6 and the d20. First attack. 16 and 4. Cockpit raked. 4. That's going to be a light wound and out of control. And they move 2 right away, but damage is all... He's down here. Damage is all done at the same time, so we've got to do the other 2 rolls first. Second roll is 16-6. That's another cockpit raked. No wound. And the third damage is 4 and a 1. Stray bullets in the cockpit, light wound, and out of control. So he's really doing it. But he can only go out of control once, but he has 2 light wounds now. All right, we survived another onslaught. Let's go 3 dice for collisions. No. Breaking off. No. Dogfight scatters. Round 3. We do have to check that now. That is a... 0. So we got to roll a d6 and a 1 scatters them. Nope. We were only hoping. Altitude level loss. Yes, goes down to 3. We can bring these guys down now. Out of control recovery. One to 3 we recover. 4 to 6 we don't. 4 to 6 we're going. 3. 1 to 3 no recovery. 1 to 3 is no recovery. I read it wrong. That's not good because he's going to go down dive rate and crash to the ground this turn. So when we move, we go down. Other formations join. No. Dogfight ends. No. Movement, climb, dives. They're not going to dive because he's already in the rain. But he's got a crash land. -5 on the crash table. Oh, you know what? There is a crash table. Okay, yes, that's the damage. Yeah, I know that. Come on. I'm thinking the damage earlier on the crash on takeoff. That's a whole different story. 2d6, and we're subtracting 5. That's 3. Airplane destroyed, pilot KIA. I kind of had a feeling that would happen. Well, Death Wish is gone. We can discard that. Reynolds. Status, KIA. And I'm just going to line that out down to here. And we'll make that longer if we have to later. All right. And that's going to mean a vice card for a flight. I'm going to pull a vice card over for them for the end of the day so I don't forget. And that is the end of the, and actually we should have gone 3 more when we moved to there towards our, and we're going to start, and actually with the rain, no, I'm not going to let them, actually that 3 should have been 1, 2, and then 3, and I guess we should have been rolling encounters for that too. I'm kind of screwing up here. German encounters 5, 6. What? We're over our aerodrome. Get my act together because I've kind of got all screwed up here. Strategic layer encounters, allied aerodrome 6 goes down to no, 5, 6 is none. Okay. Even an allied territory, that would have been none if we rolled back then. 12, 15, 14 is none on theirs. Let's go ahead and draw another card. Duration, and we're just 9. We're going to go ahead and land. We got to roll for encounters. German too high, Allied too low. Going to attempt to land. It is still raining. We are subtracting 3 on the landing. 2d6. This is scary. -3, 9. We're good. Okay, so that will be the end of that mission. We did not contour chase because of the rain. And that was not a good mission. We were successful. So we get 2 points for an LP. But we lost a guy. So you don't lose VPs for losing a guy, but we do get another vice card. So I'm going to go ahead and hit new mission. Just going to put that in there. That takes care of the first day. I'm going to take care of, this is 47 minutes long. So I'm just going to go ahead and close this out. That's delete that. These are all back in. There is no evening patrol, so we're going to go back to dawn. And we'll re-roll the weather for the next day. And I will do end of day on either another video or offline. There you have it. We just lost another guy. So far, our squadron is down 2 guys. And during my, I got to go through and send these back too. During my end of day stuff, I'm going to have to W is Wiseman, going to have to send some guys on leave because I don't like law. That's the only thing I can't do automatically is get the planes back. He used W and he got shot down, destroyed. That's the other thing we lost Star. So there you have it. Thanks everybody for joining me. Black Flight by Historic Wings, designed by Thomas Van Hare. And all in all, I guess all said and done, that's not a horrible first day. I'll check back in when we have the next day set up, and we're looking at the Dawn Patrol and see what I've done with guys off on leave and whatnot. So you guys all have a great night. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you next time.